Have you ever noticed that the people who seem the strongest are often the ones who say the least? Think about it. The loudest person in the room demands attention, but the calmest person commands it. Years ago, a young man walked into a crowded restaurant after a long day at work. He wasn't rich, he wasn't famous, he wasn't wearing an expensive watch or designer clothes. He simply sat down, ordered his meal, and quietly waited. A few minutes later, another customer accidentally bumped into him, spilling water across the table. Instead of apologizing, the stranger laughed. Then he said loudly, "Some people just don't belong in places like this." The room went silent. Everyone looked at the young man. Some expected him to shout, others waited for him to stand up and prove himself, because that's what most people do. When their ego is challenged, they react. But this man did something unexpected. He calmly wiped the table, smiled, finished his meal, paid the bill, and walked away. No argument, no revenge, no need to prove anything. As he left, something interesting happened. The people who had laughed only moments earlier began looking at him with respect, because deep inside, everyone recognizes one thing. Real power never needs to announce itself. Most people spend their entire lives believing strength means reacting to criticism, reacting to insults, reacting to rejection, reacting whenever life refuses to go according to plan. But the Stoics believed the exact opposite. They believed that every unnecessary reaction is a silent surrender of your freedom. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that other people cannot truly disturb your peace unless you allow them to control your judgment. That idea is just as powerful today as it was nearly 2,000 years ago. Think about your own life. How many hours have been stolen by worrying about what someone said? How many peaceful mornings became stressful because of one text message, one negative comment, one unexpected problem? The truth is uncomfortable. Most people don't control their emotions. Their emotions control them, and that's exactly why so few people ever experience real peace. Today, you're about to discover 5 Stoic rules that only a small percentage of people truly master. These rules won't help you escape problems, they'll help you become someone that problems struggle to shake. Because when you stop reacting to everything, you start controlling something far more valuable, your own mind. And once that happens, people lose the ability to manipulate you. Life loses the ability to intimidate you. Even failure begins to lose its power over you. Let's begin with the first rule. It may sound simple, but if you truly master it, your entire life begins to change. Imagine someone insults you today. What's your first instinct? To defend yourself, to explain, to prove them wrong. Your heartbeat rises, your breathing changes, your mind races to find the perfect comeback. But here's what most people never realize. That reaction wasn't really a choice. It was a habit. The Stoics trained themselves to create a small space between the event and their response, because inside that tiny moment lives your greatest power. Anyone can react. Very few people can pause when someone throws anger at you. They're often hoping you'll throw it back. The moment you do, they've already won. They've pulled you into a battle you never needed to fight. But when you remain calm, you force the other person to face something unexpected. Silence. And silence has a strange effect. It exposes emotional weakness far more than shouting ever could. This doesn't mean becoming passive. It doesn't mean accepting disrespect. It means choosing your response, instead of letting your emotions choose it for you. Every time you pause before speaking, you're telling your mind something powerful. I am in control, not my anger, not my ego, not another person's opinion, me. And that single habit, repeated every day, quietly transforms ordinary people into individuals who cannot easily be shaken. But here's something most people never discover. Staying calm isn't the hardest part. The hardest part is staying calm when no one understands you, when people judge your silence as weakness, when they mistake your patience for fear, when they assume you've lost simply because you refuse to fight. This is the moment where most people abandon self-control. They react, they defend themselves, they explain every decision, and without realizing it, they hand over the very power they were trying to protect. If you can master what comes next, you'll begin thinking the way the Stoics did, not as someone who survives difficult people, but as someone who becomes impossible to manipulate. Imagine planting an oak tree. Would you dig it up every morning just to prove it's growing? Of course not. Real growth happens quietly, yet most people live the opposite way. Every choice they make needs approval. Every decision needs an explanation. Every success needs validation. If someone misunderstands them, they rush to correct the story. If someone criticizes them, they immediately begin defending themselves. But here's the truth. The more you explain your worth, the less valuable it appears. The Stoics understood something timeless. People don't always judge you by your words. They judge you by your consistency. Marcus Aurelius led one of history's greatest empires, yet he constantly reminded himself that his duty was to live with virtue, not to chase praise. Think about the strongest people you've ever met. They rarely argue about who they are. Their actions speak before their words ever need to. This doesn't mean staying silent when something truly matters. It means recognizing that not every misunderstanding deserves your energy. Some people have already decided what they want to believe. No explanation will change that, and that's okay. Because your peace is worth far more than winning every argument. The day you stop trying to convince everyone is often the day your confidence becomes visible. Now imagine this. Someone wakes up in a bad mood. They're frustrated, stressed, maybe even angry about something that has nothing to do with you. Then they speak harshly. Suddenly, your mood changes too. Now there are two unhappy people instead of one. This happens every single day. Emotions spread faster than facts. One angry person can influence an entire room. One negative comment online can ruin someone's evening. One careless opinion can stay in someone's mind for weeks. But the Stoics refused to give strangers that kind of power. Epictetus taught that while we cannot control what happens around us, we can control how we respond to it. That idea changes everything, because if someone else can control your emotions, then they control your life. Read that again in your mind. If another person's words decide whether you have peace, then your peace doesn't belong to you. It belongs to them, and that's far too expensive a price to pay. The next time someone insults you, pause. Ask yourself one simple question. Do I really want this person deciding how I feel today? Most of the time, the answer is obvious. No, then don't give them that permission. Remember, people often reveal themselves through the way they treat others. You reveal yourself through the way you respond. That's where real character lives. Not in moments of comfort, but in moments of pressure. And the person who stays calm while everyone else loses control will always have the advantage. You've now learned that silence protects your confidence and emotional control protects your freedom. But the next two rules go even deeper because they reveal how truly unshakable people think. These are the habits that separate those who constantly react from those who quietly build a life no opinion can destroy. Let me ask you something. What if the biggest battle of your life isn't against difficult people? What if it's against the version of yourself that still feels the need to react? The version that wants the last word? The version that can't sleep because of one negative comment? The version that keeps replaying conversations that are already over? The Stoics believed something extraordinary. Your greatest enemy isn't outside you. It's the part of you that refuses to let go. And that's where the next rule begins. Imagine waking up every morning with a bank account that contains only 100 coins. Not money, energy. Every conversation, every worry, every argument, every distraction costs you a few coins. Now ask yourself honestly, Where are most of your coins going? To your dreams? Or to problems that don't deserve your attention? This is where many people lose without realizing it. They spend hours arguing online. They replay old mistakes. They worry about opinions they'll forget in a month. By evening, they're emotionally exhausted, not because life demanded too much, but because they gave too much away. The Stoics treated attention as one of life's most valuable resources. They understood that where your attention goes, your life follows. If you constantly feed anger, you become an angry person. If you constantly feed comparison, nothing you achieve will ever feel enough. But if you protect your attention, your mind becomes quieter, your decisions become wiser, your confidence becomes stronger. The most powerful people aren't those with the loudest voices. They're the ones who know exactly where their energy belongs. Every unnecessary reaction is a withdrawal from your future. Every moment of calm is an investment in the person you're becoming. So before reacting, ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Most of the time, the answer will surprise you. There's an old saying, muddy water becomes clear. If you stop stirring it, think about how often people try to force solutions. They rush to defend themselves, rush to respond, rush to fix every misunderstanding. But life has a strange way of revealing the truth. To those who have the patience to wait, someone spreads a rumor. Your first instinct is to fight it. But sometimes, the more you chase a lie, the bigger it becomes. Sometimes the strongest response is to continue living with integrity until your actions speak louder than anyone's words. This doesn't mean ignoring serious problems. It means understanding that not every challenge demands an immediate reaction. Some battles are won through consistency, not confrontation. Marcus Aurelius faced criticism, betrayal, and enormous responsibility throughout his life. Yet instead of allowing every insult to consume him, he returned his attention to one simple question. What is the right thing to do now? Not tomorrow, not after revenge. Now. That's the mindset of an unshakable person. Because while everyone else is busy proving themselves, you're busy becoming yourself. And over time, people notice the difference, not because you demanded respect, but because your character quietly earned it. Now you've seen all 5 Stoic rules. Pause before responding. Stop explaining yourself. Never let others control your emotions. Protect your energy and trust time more than impulse. But knowing these rules isn't what changes your life. Living them does. And before this video ends, there's one final lesson that ties everything together. It may become the most important thing you remember long after this video is over. Before you leave, I want you to imagine something. Picture yourself 10 years from now. You walk into a room full of people. The room is noisy. Opinions are flying in every direction. Some people are arguing. Some are trying to impress others. Some are chasing attention. But then, you enter. You don't need to raise your voice. You don't need to prove your intelligence. You don't need everyone to agree with you. Because you've learned something most people never will. Your peace is no longer for sale. Think about how different your life would become if one insult could no longer ruin your day, if one rejection no longer made you question your worth, if one failure became a lesson instead of an identity, if you could face pressure with a calm mind, criticism with quiet confidence, and uncertainty with steady purpose. That is the quiet strength the Stoics spent a lifetime practicing. Not perfection, not emotional numbness, but the discipline to choose your response instead of being controlled by your impulses. Remember, every day life will test you. Someone will misunderstand you. Someone may criticize you. Plans won't always go the way you expected. You cannot control all of those moments, but you can always control the person you become because of them. And that's where true freedom begins. So the next time life tries to pull you into anger, pause. Take one slow breath. Ask yourself, will reacting make me stronger or simply louder? That single question may change the direction of your entire day. And if you ask it often enough, it may change the direction of your entire life. Because the people who master themselves never need to control anyone else. They don't chase respect. They naturally earn it. They don't demand peace. They create it within themselves. And that's why only a small percentage of people ever reach this level. Not because the path is hidden, but because most people never stay on it long enough. So starting today, choose patience over impulse. Choose discipline over ego. Choose silence over unnecessary conflict. And most importantly, choose the version of yourself that remains calm, even when the world around you is not. Because in the end, the greatest victory isn't defeating another person. It's reaching the point where no one else has the power to defeat your peace. If this message stayed with you, don't let it end here. Carry just one of these 5 rules into your next difficult conversation, your next setback, or your next moment of frustration. Small choices, repeated consistently, shape a stronger mind. Until next time, protect your peace, guard your mind, and let your actions speak louder than your reactions.